Welcome to B Movie Battle, episode 56 for Nick Cage Cast, episode 34. I want to 35. Nope. Yeah, 56 and 34. My notes were crisscrossed. Lord of War 2005. Jansen, who picked this episode, picked this movie, is not here. Let me explain why. He got his second round of COVID shots today, and apparently he's been in bed the whole day.
Yeah, the second one fucked me up too.
Am I the only one? I got the first one. I was a little sore. Second one, nothing.
Yeah, the first one I didn't feel a thing, and the second one I slept for about a day and a half.
Yeah, Adam said the same thing back when he was alive. He said the same thing that you did, Frank. But yeah, second one, I was waiting for it. I'm like, here we go.
You got the Pfizer one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I got. Pfizer. I think from what I've heard, like people who got the Moderna shot, they almost they feel like shit almost after each one. Yeah. And the Pfizer one, some people feel like shit the first one or the second one. It's not both ever.
But Lord of War from 2005, guys.
You mean Warlord?
No, I like it better my way.
No, War Dogs.
Yeah.
I think it's the same movie.
The only reason I've ever seen this movie is because my dad wanted to watch it, and Well,
in all honesty, do you think, since this is based on a true story, is Nicolas Cage playing the Bradley Cooper character in War Dogs? Is that who he's supposed to be?
Let's put a pause on that because I mandated to play this.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the B-movie battle sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the show. All other swear words are restricted. Wonderland officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the show and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 1 continuous hour. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until the review concludes. Blessed be our Wonderland leaders in America, a nation reborn. B-movie battle is now in effect.
Phoenix West.
Amazing Dick of War.
Links of Frank.
Hello, welcome, guys. Okay. So I have never seen that movie, Dick, so I can't really answer your question.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to watch it.
It's not terrible.
No, I'm good. Probably because I've seen this movie, and I'm like, I don't need to watch that because I've already seen it.
You're probably right.
My biggest problem with this movie, Lord of War. I do love this movie, by the way. My biggest problem with it, though, is I'm watching it, and I'm like, all I can think about is the movie Blow.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking movie.
Yeah. And this movie, Lord of War, it's good, but it's like, will you end, please?
Yes.
Like, I got it. Long. It's like, I got it. Like, I get what's going on. I got it. There's nothing more you can show me that will surprise me at this point, because halfway in, it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
You're a gun runner.
Yes. The problem is what Blow did, that Blow's not a movie that people love.
I love it.
I love it.
No, I love it. I love Blow. Blow's one of my top 10 movies of all time, honestly.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. No, love it. I love Johnny Depp, dude. For some reason, Johnny Depp, I just love that guy. Like Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio. If they do something, I will watch it, no matter what it's about, because I just like their acting. You know what I mean? I just
Johnny Depp is a guy I don't need to see again. I'm good. I'm all Johnny Depped out.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Dead man, bro. Jim Jarmusch in the house.
like
Black and white.
I only watched one of the Pirates of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, the first one, and then that was it.
It's okay. The
Yeah.
first one was good.
Yeah, I mean, she had great tits.
Not really.
Keira Knightley, right?
She has A cups. She's like no titties.
I like small tits.
I'm not saying there's anything against small tits. I'm just saying she doesn't have.
No, she doesn't have very
No,
much.
yeah, I personally would rather have small tits than big tits because
Yeah.
it's just
Your
like
dick looks huge if you titty bang them. But let's get to the point of the movie, because I guess what I'm trying to say is, Blow is, speaking of Keira Knightley, is a movie that has a story and you're connected to the characters. I don't like Johnny Depp personally, but I'm more connected to his character. I think Johnny Depp is the least interesting character in Blow, which is weird because I love his dad, Ray Liotta, and Pee Wee fucking Herman put in a better performance than Johnny Depp does.
I mean, his name is fucking George, for Christ's sake.
That's all you need. No, but that movie is very similar plot beats to this, where it's his rise, his rocky middle, and then his fall from grace, where the police get involved. It's a well tread storyline. We all know Nick Cage is going down in this movie, so you have to sit there and watch it. After Blow.
Tried and true, fucking. You go up, then you go down if you don't stop.
Yeah,
pretty much.
And then you get warned along the way, and you ignore it. It's like a horror movie
because you just want more.
Yeah,
it's not about the money anymore. It's about the thrill of the.
And a show that did that really well is Breaking Bad, where he could quit at any time there, and he's like, "No, I love being this guy. I'm going to keep doing this shit because
he's dying anyway."
Teacher, yeah. But when he finds out he's not dying in that show, he's like, "I'm going to keep doing it because fuck you guys. That's why." And it takes him forever to admit it. When he finally does a Skyler in the last season, he's like, "I do it not because you guys anymore. It's just selfish at this point." And that's kind of the point. It's an excess movie. It's guys who get obsessed with excess. It's what Scarface is. Scarface is also a similar story to this.
It's not as long though. Like Scarface is the perfect length. You know what I mean? It's great because it doesn't focus on one specific, point in time of his life. You know what I mean? Yeah. Of his rise and fall. His fall was the ending, which was great. I mean, come on. It's like the greatest ending to a movie ever.
I would say Scarface is like 3 hours too long, but that's just me. That movie, I don't need to watch it. It's
an hour and a half.
It's a 3-hour movie.
What, Scarface?
Yeah.
It's 3 hours?
It's 3 hours. It's two VHS tapes. No, it's too long.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought it doesn't feel that long.
Oh, it feels 7 hours long. But then again, I don't agree with most of that movie. Dick, this fucking moth is gonna be the enemy. Look at this giant fucking moth. Here it is, Dick. I got a good. Oh fuck!
Whoa.
He flew off.
Jesus Christ!
He's
huge.
Yeah. Dick, what are your thoughts on this movie as far as Blow goes?
Blow the movie is okay. I think it's not underrated or overrated. It's where it should be. It's okay. I'm not the biggest Blow fan. It's fine. I think the only interesting part is Bobcat Goldthwait saying, "I can't feel my face," and that's about it because Bobcat Goldthwait doesn't look like Bobcat Goldthwait. And then I love Pee Wee Herman in it. He's great.
Yeah.
But Penelope Cruz is so fucking annoying. I can barely watch it. I can't stand her. She's so aggravating in this movie.
Oh, Penelope. What's the phrase?
You're a fucking drug dealer. You're a fucking drug. Oh, he's the king of the coke. He's
You're
king of the coke.
nothing.
You're nothing. It's like, oh god, shut up. I would have just shot her.
And then we got fucking baby Eric.
No.
What's his fucking
Eric Stoltz?
No, not Eric Stoltz. Eric Roberts. Or baby Eric Roberts is George's kid. And she's all grown up and doing horror movies and horror shows now.
And this was the last time we ever saw Ethan Embry be fat.
Yeah.
And now he's jacked up. He's like he lost all his weight and he works out.
No. Butterfly Effect came out after that.
What was that guy's name that took over George's shit?
The guy who just shit?
No, he took over George's shit. What was his name? Yeah, he met him in jail. That's how it really started.
I don't remember the guy's name, but Lord of the War.
Yeah, Lord of War though.
Very similar movie.
Didn't his brother do a lot with him? Like, didn't he have a brother?
What's the name of this movie here, Frank?
In Blow or God of War? Lord of War.
Lord of War.
No, it's like his. Is his brother? Is Jared Leto his brother?
Okay, apparently I'm the only one who's seen this movie in the last 10 years. So
no, I mean it's been a while. I mean, I remember it.
Are you fucking Canadian?
Yeah, man.
I wish I was Canadian.
You just said a boot, though.
Yeah, boot.
It's been a boot 8 years.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh God!
In a boot.
This guy's from another country somewhere there, and he moves to Brooklyn of all places, and he becomes a warlord of guns.
Oh, he's a gun lord there. You gotta watch out for them guys.
Okay, so it's basically Nick Cage is I forget what this character.
He's going to be like Aaron Rodgers. They betray you all the time. They cut your heart out of your chest.
Nick Cage plays Yuri Orlov.
Yes.
Jared Leto is his brother, Vitaly Orlov.
Yes,
and then
I believe that.
Also, Ethan Hawke's in the movie.
That's right. He's like an FBI agent.
He's barely.
Is he CIA or something like that?
He's Interpol.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like
he's American.
He's not not any of those. He was like NATO, whatever, Interpol.
Yeah, just told you he's Interpol.
Yeah,
but
you mean the band?
Yes, no, but the reason they give Nick Cage goes, my name is Yuri Orlov. Not really, because my parents moved here from the Ukraine when I was a baby, or when I was young. And they changed their names and they pretended to be Jewish. It reminded me of Snatch, where the guy's, the diamond dude is like, he pretends to be Jewish. He tells her kids they're Jewish, tells his wife she's Jewish. And then he does that whole spiel like he's walking around. Oh,
well, Jewish is weird. I mean, you can be Jewish if you want.
You could be whatever you want to be, Frank. This is America. You can be whatever you want to be.
It's a religion, right? I mean, so.
No, they're going more off the race, more than the religion.
I know.
They're Jewish by
the stereotypes.
Basically, it was they escaped World War II by saying that they're Jewish.
That's so that matzo ball soup is damn good.
Which is the best way to escape World War II.
Yeah. The best way to escape World War II is not going to St. Louis.
It is to escape it if you're saying I need asylum because I'm Jewish.
Well, they didn't let
very true.
America didn't let him in when they were on the St. Louis. It went to Cuba and they rejected him, and they ended up going back to Germany, and they were promptly put into the concentration camps.
Yeah, and hiding out in the
that was when America was still neutral, Dick.
But we still did it.
Well, we did a lot of things before we declared war.
That's why I do not like Roosevelt at all. He's a bad man.
Theodore Roosevelt did everything for the money.
Yeah,
you think you're talking about Theodore Roosevelt?
I hate Theodore Roosevelt.
that big stick carrying motherfucker. Hate him.
That's Teddy Roosevelt. I'm talking Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Yeah.
Theodore. Oh shit.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Franklin Roosevelt. I hate. Theodore Roosevelt. I love.
It took you forever to catch up what I was saying there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. No,
it's hard to concentrate when this is in your frame.
No,
really. That's what's throwing you off.
Put it in my frame then. Put it in my frame.
A minute about how Frank Roosevelt. Feel better?
No. I want it back.
Good now, right?
No.
That's much worse. I need Cage with Nick.
Yeah, there. That is the best Nick Cage.
I'll take NyQuil and cocaine at the same time.
Ah!
We're talking about pure evil here.
Okay, so Phoenix.
Yes.
Name the cages that show up in this war, in Lord of War. How many cages?
This is Quiet Cage, I think.
This is.
Yeah, it's subtle Cage.
It's not quirky Cage.
No.
That's why I want to that's why I wanted to talk about this movie, and I'm glad Jansen, who's not here, brought this movie up because there's like 10 out of 110 movies or so that Cage has done. There's like 10 I say are good, solid movies that I really have no complaint about Cage in it. This is one of them. Last week we did Adaptation.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago now was Pig. Great. And so we're on like this run of great Cage performances. We're doing our choices. So it's going to be really like reality is going to set in here when we have to get back to next week is A Score to Settle from 2019.
I'll miss that.
Yeah, you're not going to be here for that. And reality is going to set in that Cage is not what we think he is based on the last month or so. But in this, it's okay. So I got Quirk Cage, Rage Cage, Quiet Cage, and Sophisticated.
I would say this is Sophisticated Cage.
It is sophisticated with very, very low peaks of Rage Cage.
Yeah.
Because he gets into those yelling things, but they're really quick. This is a very controlled substance Cage.
Controlled substance Cage. That's a rare one too.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah, I like that one. That's the best Cage. Yeah, like that's the rarest Cage you'll ever see.
I would say he's more that than often not. I would say he was that way in Catch the Ghost. I think he's very
Pay the Ghost.
Pay the Ghost, where that fucking terrible movie was. He was very kind of reserved in that movie. He didn't really go crazy, even though he was fighting witches and demons. He was very, very sedate because he knew the movie was shit. And he just wanted to get his paycheck and get out of there.
Did you even see Pay the Ghost?
I did. I have watched Pay the Ghost. Sarah Wayne Callies is in it. It's terrible. Yeah. No.
Sophisticated is what I would put as National Treasure and Dying of the Light, where it's just him in a suit and he's not Dying of the Light. The other one, The Runner, where he plays like a senator or something, and he's like, he always has the suit on. He's got a briefcase, and he's like, I am Nicolas Cage running for senator, and he has his little outfit that he has.
Vote for me.
All those movies, but yeah, this one's kind of in betweener, if you will.
And the in-betweener Cage.
In-betweener Cage. I forgot what I said earlier. So what did I say? I
forget too, but it was great.
Restrain, controlled substance Cage.
Yeah, controlled. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reined-in Cage. He's not allowed to go off and just scream like a lunatic. But they
that's what I mean.
You scream a little bit and then go back into your character.
And like it's almost like this movie, like they hired a wrangler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picture a guy off screen literally lassoing him and
like going like this, like bring it back down, Cage.
Smaller. Andrew Nichols.
Well, he had a better director. I think he could. Yeah, I think that director could wrangle Cage. I think that's the difference. Yeah. When you can't wrangle Cage, you know the movie's going to be awful.
Wicker Man.
Yeah,
that's Rage Cage.
That's Neil LaBute.
No, that you can't
rein him in.
That's a movie that should have had a wrangler but didn't.
Well, that's Rage Cage with Neil LaBute's "I Hate Women" all over the place.
Well, punch the woman. Punch all the women. Punch that Lily Sobieski bullshit. Punch her in the face.
Punch her in the face. Punch her.
Here's the thing with Cage. If the director is solid and on top of their game and knows how to tell actors what he needs, it's going to be a great movie. Him and Bringing Out the Dead, like with Scorsese.
Yeah.
Or De Palma. De Palma let him go way further than anyone else did. That was in a good movie. It was Snake Eyes, and he still pulled him in at the end.
Yeah.
He's like, I need to be a human. Let's bring you in a little bit. But like, they're the Coen brothers, Raising Arizona. They know how to rope their actors into what they need. And they don't let them go too far out, but they let them go a little bit out because he's Nick Cage. You can't control him.
Yeah.
The movie Pig would be another example. Go a little bit crazy. We're going to pull you back in, though. And then you get movies where Nick Cage is the reason the movie got made in Bulgaria. With like 65 fucking movies he's done. And you're like, oh, he's in the control here. And that's where it falls apart a little bit. That's where you run into trouble. Because he end up with the movie where he's fascinating in it and the movie sucks. Because they gave him too much control.
Yeah.
You ever see that?
You cannot give Cage much control over anything.
Did you ever see that Jim Carrey serious movie where he plays a detective in some like Icelandic Oh, what a terrible movie!
Never saw it.
I saw it's bad. He's awful. He's playing an Icelandic
I
person.
think it's Russian.
Or I don't know what the fuck he is. I don't think he even knows.
Yeah, no. Well, Jim Carrey has totally lost his fucking mind. That's the problem.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's have his mind.
He didn't lose. It's been lost for 20 years.
Oh yeah, it's just he's now like just accepted the fact that he hit it well, but then it came to a point where it's like I can't hide who I really am anymore. So here we go.
Except when the stories came out that Lauren Holly was hiding in a bathroom and he's pounding on the door like, "Let me in, you fucking bitch!" And he's going crazy out there, and she's like, she called the cops.
Well, that was back when he was the Riddler and he was making his cane do all the tricks.
His agents buried that story. You could tell because it was like that. I saw that story and then it got buried, and I was like, "That happened. You can't tell me that didn't happen."
Yeah, I mean, the man literally said that like we're all fucking constructs of light or something, and we don't really exist. So he can do whatever he wants because it doesn't matter because it's never happened. Everything you think you've seen me do, I didn't really do because you didn't really see it because you don't exist. That's a quote from him. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's lost his mind. What?
He's just annoying. The
man's been in Jim Carreyville too long.
Yeah. And what he did to his daughter.
You can only be exposed to radiation for so long before you get fucked up and sick.
I heard too many bad things about him and his daughter. He's just an asshole. He's
no Alec Baldwin, but yeah.
No, you greedy little pig. That makes sense to me.
I can't imagine calling my daughter a greedy little pig on the phone.
Give it time. She's going to do something that's going to piss you off so bad that you're going to be like, you fucking greedy little pig.
No, I go, no, I'm not Alec Baldwin. Can you call me later? That'd be great.
Love you.
He's my anti-drug.
I don't think personal shit like that should ever be released to the public, man. It's not right.
He did it on purpose. And now she's married to Justin Bieber.
Why is
I'm just saying, no one's perfect in this world. Everybody's done some horrible shit.
Did you know that?
That they regret, you know.
Did you know that the greedy little pig is married to Justin Bieber?
Who?
How weird is that?
Who?
You know what's funny is I saw that greedy little pig at UFC.
Yeah.
She got carted off away from Justin Bieber, like right when he sat down, because there was no seat next to him for her.
Wow. Well, he's into his UFC. Not now, bitch.
Who are you talking about?
Ireland Baldwin.
Who?
Alec Baldwin's daughter.
Oh, thank you. Okay, finally, somebody said it, you know, without both of you saying it at the same time.
Well, and she's hot. She looks like her mom.
Can you throw her up on the screen for me?
Frank.
She's good looking. She's a good looking girl.
No, but I saw him at UFC.
Get to it.
They're on the screen together, and he's next to that blonde. I'm like, who's that? I didn't know who it was at the time. And then all of a sudden, I look and I'm like, I can see the seats where you're at in the. It was at the Coyote Stadium up here, and I'm watching. I'm like, there's Justin Bieber by himself, and I saw her leave after they introduced her on the big screen, and I was like,
well, she's done.
She has no seat here.
No, she doesn't want. She spread it. She did it for. Oh, look at me! I love this place, and then she's like done.
No, they didn't. They're like, here's Justin Bieber. They didn't say her name at all. So it was, here's Justin Bieber, and there's like some fucking blonde girl on his arm, and then she's gone. But, I'll look her up. I don't know who she is. Exactly.
Somehow Justin Bieber literally is like the number one like musician or whatever in the world. Somehow, like he's got the most downloads on Spotify.
Well, sure, because he came out of the I watch YouTube generation, so of course he's going to be number one.
Yeah, but I have never once in my life heard a single Justin Bieber song.
He's grown.
I don't know what it sounds like.
He used to be kind of an idiot, but now he's kind of mellowed out. So I have to give him credence.
They look like twins.
Oh yeah, look at that.
They literally look like they're twins.
With Justin Bieber, I have almost zero thoughts about him. I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't care.
And I've seen both where he's a horrible prick, and I've seen both where he's a sweetheart. So
yeah. I think he's learned. When he was younger, he was a prick, and I think he's a kid. So what are you gonna do?
You throw money and pussy to 12.
Oh sure. Oh yeah.
I can imagine if we all got laid at 12.
Yeah.
I mean, I did, but
No, but no, like
No, not molested.
not molested and fucking another 12-year-old, fucking a 24-year-old model. Can you
Yeah.
imagine?
I wasn't molested. I was a willing
When
participant.
your fuck buddy is Miranda Kerr,
Yeah.
then that just tells you everything you need to know. How fucked up your brain's
rich
gonna
as
be.
shit, you can
Yeah.
buy your parents' house for them, and then suddenly it's like, here's a bunch of model pussy, and you're like, have a normal life, kid. And you're like,
Yeah.
well, you're gonna be a fuck up for a long time.
And he turned out okay. So I think I give him credit. I think he's not a bad guy.
No, Corey Feldman, the natural. Oh, sorry, we're talking about Justin Bieber. Sorry,
Corey Feldman is a talented musician.
Millennium.
He's so much better than what's his name, Linkin Park.
So, Lord of War.
I'm kidding, Frank.
I got my hand on the remove button, Frank.
Yeah.
So, Lord of War.
Yes.
It's
Can I have an AK-47 plated in gold? That'd be cool. Yeah.
Okay, so he's a weapons dealer. He does his first one based off his some family tips. His uncle is Ian Holmes from Lord of the Rings.
Oh wow!
If you
Forgot
will.
about
And
Yeah.
Garden
Wait.
State, if you will.
Can you say his character from Lord of the Rings?
that.
Bilbo Baggins.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah,
Bilbo Ballsack.
he just passed recently, right?
I
About
think
a year ago.
I don't. Yeah, I think so. Unfortunately,
Yeah, Ian Holm. Let's look him up.
all the good ones are gone.
He died. Here it comes.
He
Yeah,
was-
June 19th, 2020. So a little over a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah, he plays his I didn't realize he was his uncle till way later in the movie. Maybe that was just the phrasing the guy used. But okay, so I'm gonna fast forward because I don't want to go into too much detail on the plot because it's a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, Nick Cage becomes an arms dealer throughout some means. He brings his brother on because he makes bad food, so he's like, let's go make money doing arms deals. Their first deal, one of their first deals that we see, they're standing up. They do the deal. They walk away. They go into some rubble, and then all of a sudden they have to duck because someone's shooting. They realize they're doing it like an execution squad style, killing all these kids. These fucking 9-year-olds.
Yeah, it was brutal.
Mowing them down. And so Jared Leto, right then, only because I've seen this several times that I know that Jared Leto plays a junkie in this movie, and I go, there we go. That's why he becomes a junkie. They don't ever say it. What I'm amazed is there's no line of dialogue where Jared Leto goes, he's like, why are you such a fuck up drug addict? And he's like, those fucking kids in Ukraine were just standing there and they got, he doesn't ever have that line of dialogue with his brother. He doesn't give a shit about his brother until he's dead.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it's just obvious that that's what fucked him up. I mean, it fucked me up when I watched. I'm like, oh my god! Like, think about that. You sold the means for that to happen. You're the reason that happened. You didn't do it, but you're responsible.
It is a tricky idea being an arms dealer because Nick Cage has several different methods to talk himself out of guilt in this movie, which is like, these people have been at war for decades. If I don't give them weapons, they're going to kill each other. If I do, they'll kill each other a little faster. That's about it.
Yeah, and if I don't, if it's not me selling it, someone else will.
Yeah, which is all true. But
look,
you really want to put yourself in that situation where you're the one doing it? Most people would say, no, I don't want to do that.
Like, I'll be honest, like about 15 years ago, for about 3 weeks.
Were you dealing guns?
No, a whole lot of pills. But I couldn't sleep at night because I was thinking to myself, like, how many people are fucking overdosing on these things? You know what I mean? Like, because I'm putting them out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I stopped doing it because my conscience got to me like within 3 weeks.
I felt the same way when I worked at McDonald's and I kept feeding the diabetes fat people, so I stopped.
And I keep spreading my AIDS all over the town, but it doesn't stop me.
Nope.
But the point is, you're basically Jared Leto in this situation where you're like, I'll do it. Oh fuck, this is what I'm doing. You see the realization, even if it doesn't happen in front of you like it did with Jared Leto, you still go, I don't want to be a part of this equation, because you can't argue the fact that Nick Cage's character is a part of the equation. If you remove yourself, someone else may take in, yes, but you're still removing yourself from the situation.
Yeah, I mean, X is Cage. If
Yeah.
Cage becomes not X, somebody else will be X. That's it. But X has to be there for everything else to happen.
Wow, did you know Monica Bellucci was originally supposed to play the role of Ava?
I also saw that when the studio released this on DVD, they put it in the wrong aspect ratio of 1 point. What the fuck was it?
781.
1.781 instead of 235.
That's stupid.
Which is horribly squished.
Yeah, that's
so you would see really tall characters for no reason.
I wanted to be thinner, so I told them to make it that aspect ratio.
So I guess this is the first time I've seen this in the real aspect ratio, because every time I watched it before, that was on DVD.
Ah.
So, and this, I gotta say, this is 2005. So this is like one of the first Blu-rays, because I threw the fucker in, and it's like, welcome to high definition, before you hear anything from the movie.
Wow, yeah.
Check out what Blu-ray has to offer. And
shove this in your ass. It's Blu-ray.
Yeah, I was getting impatient. But it's like one of these ones that has this on the bottom, 1080p beyond high definition. No special features at all.
Nothing.
There's interactive menus powered by meta menu technology. That's what it says.
Yeah, because I think there's a special edition.
You can pick play movie, or you can pick chapters.
Trailer.
Amazing.
There's no option for subtitles. I had to play the movie and then choose subtitles.
Oh,
I have never ever seen a trailer for this movie. I didn't even know this movie existed until my dad wanted to say it, and then I watched it with my dad, and I was like, "This movie is great." Yeah. Loved it.
It's a solid movie. It's It does have a lot of shit that's kind of dated now.
Yeah, I mean,
it also has a failed David Fincher style opening sequence with the life of a bullet, I guess is what you call it. It's Nick Cage. The movie opens like this: a bunch of bullets, and it comes on Nick Cage's back, and he turns around, and he's like, we have enough guns in the world for one out of 12 people in the world. My only question is, how do we get arms in those other 11? And then it cuts to the life of a bullet intro, which is you see a bullet and it like gets made, and then it goes into a box, and it goes to this war place, and it goes to the next place, and then eventually it gets loaded into a gun, and then pulls, and it goes into a child's head. Mm-hmm. That's see, it takes forever. But it's like David Fincher, like Fight Club or Panic Room style, where it's like clearly CG bullshit, and it looks dated, and it's like, oh my.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it in maybe 10 years, but I remember the beginning really drawing me in, because I was just like, wow, this movie's going to be fucking deep. Like, this movie's going to not hold back. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate that, the not holding back shit. Because it really, because, reality is, life is fucked up. There's a lot of fucked up shit out there, and people really just, over their fucking eyes, and they'll do and say and think whatever they need to, so they don't feel guilty about what they're doing. Right?
Well, there's a line that speaks directly to that in this movie, where he goes at the end when he gets arrested by
Ethan Hawke
character. He's sitting there and he goes, "You think I'm the worst piece of shit ever to exist, but you realize I'm a gun dealer. The president of the United States deals more guns in a day than I do in a year.
Yep.
I'm a necessary evil. I'm just here," and he's doing the whole spiel, and that sets up the whole movie. But the problem is, it's in the last scene, one of the last scenes of the movie. But
look, bottom line is, if World War II didn't happen, we, as the country of the United States, would not be the superpower it is today, because we made so much money selling guns to the Allies and shit, and we would only accept gold bars.
Moving on.
Exactly. Or lend lease, whatever.
I love bouillon. It's the only way you can have good soup.
Basically, after the war ended, the
gold
entire, like all the allies owed us. They might as well claim bankruptcy. Like I think the British had just paid us off 3 years ago. It took almost 75 years for them to pay off what we sent them, and that's just one country. And that's why we're the superpower we are today. If it wasn't for World War II, we would still be the fucking
Moth. Yeah, that's big.
Why don't you open the window and let them out?
I can't open that fucking window. Are you kidding me?
Is there a screen in the way?
There's a lot of shit in the way. Okay, so I love the fact that in this movie there is a character named Oliver South, which is clearly a reference to Oliver North.
Yeah.
So if you're not aware of Oliver North, look into it because it is a fascinating story. And that's
I've never heard of it.
That
Who was acquitted?
He wasn't acquitted. He was pardoned by the president because the president gave him the fucking orders.
Yeah, but he was acquitted according to IMDb. The trivia page said he was acquitted.
No,
almost every president when they leave office, they acquit like 100 fuckers.
Sure.
Just like right at the last second.
Especially when you have Cold War going on, because it's like, oh, we did shady shit. Pardon. But Oliver North, under orders from Reagan, was selling weapons to Iran to fund this overthrow thing he was doing in Nicaragua with the Quintet Pro and all that shit.
Weapons? You mean F-14 Tomcats?
He was selling stuff to them, Iran, our enemy, to fund the shit in Nicaragua.
They weren't our enemy at the time.
No, they weren't. But yeah.
But
because Ayatollah wasn't around yet.
Here we are. You know what I mean? Its point is shady shit.
Basically,
that happens every year.
Our only biggest threat right now is only a threat because we gave them everything they have.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, China's the bigger threat now, though.
Yeah, and they're doing it all themselves. We haven't helped them at all.
Yeah, well, China scares. China, you should be scared of China. That's all I gotta say.
I'm not.
China is going to invade Taiwan inevitably, and we will be in another war, and it will be with China because Taiwan is just, I don't know.
We're not going to go to war with China.
No, I think we get a hold of Japan and we go, hey, can you send some guys over there that were around back in Nagasaki days and just have like a motivational speech or two, maybe?
China hates Japan.
If Japan wasn't there,
like, oh, let's not do that.
And Japan ain't going to do shit because they're weak as hell.
Japan is not weak as hell. What are you talking about?
They're weak.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They are. They don't have a military.
Yes, they do. And we've supplied.
We are their military.
That's my point, Dick.
Yeah, we would lose that war. It would be
we
bad.
wouldn't. No, we wouldn't lose.
Because they would just nuke Japan.
China has what, 2 carriers? We have 12.
China already said they're going to nuke Japan if they interfere with Taiwan. They've already threatened Japan.
Well, China does know that that's a fucking blank statement because if they launch, then everyone else does.
No, because no one wants to go to war with China.
Can I give you a spoiler? Nothing's gonna happen with any of this shit in our life.
No one's. We're all gonna make love with each other and spend money, and everyone's gonna suffer, and the people in power aren't gonna care.
Yes,
same shit, different day.
Shit. It will not change. Yeah. That's what's gonna happen. That's why the whole Cold War scare was nothing. That's why the whole Red scare was nothing.
They've already taken over Hong Kong without a fight.
And we can make money while doing nothing.
Wait, time out. They didn't take over Hong Kong, dude. That was a contract that the British had that they...
No. Hong Kong was independent, and now China took it over. It's done.
No. There was a contract that...
Yeah, China that was in 1997. Yeah, 97 they left, yeah.
Yeah.
Hong Kong was an independent place for a long time.
Negative.
It was. No, it was, because the Brits left. It was its own kind of sovereign state, but now it's not anymore.
It's a city. I mean, what were they going to do? They were obviously going to become Chinese.
That's That's
they
the
took
problem.
out the fucking Dalai Lama in Tibet.
No, that was Donald Sutherland. That was Oliver South in JFK. He did that.
All I'm saying is the first day of our new president's whatever term starts, China flies like 4 fighters right into Taiwan's
because
airspace.
they know they can get away with everything. They don't.
They want to see how weak or strong our president was, and we didn't do shit about it.
We're weak as hell. Yeah, we know that.
So in Tibet, they have the Dalai Lama, right?
Is this Kundun?
No, I'm gonna real quick. So basically, when the previous Dalai Lama dies, he's supposed to reincarnate someone, and then the monks find who that is. They found him. The Chinese government said, "No, go fuck yourselves." They took that kid. He's in hiding now. Instead, they went, "No, this guy's the new Dalai Lama," and they planted their own version in Tibet. And
Is
Tibet's
that the
go fuck yourself?
Is that what the Emperor is about? The Bertolucci movie?
That's because they believe in reincarnation. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's that's a before. Now that's happening now. That was like
guess what?
You
know who the new Dalai Lama is?
A cat.
This guy.
Oh, you
didn't know that, did you?
He was alive when you were.
This tape was the Dalai Lama's, and I picked it up and I said, "Hey,
got it!
I got it. I'm him. I'm ready to go."
Did he say Tunga to Tunga? Gunga.
I guess the point is that Eddie Murphy came over and crossed the little sticks, and then he's fine. He saved the kid.
Yep.
All right, so Lord of War.
So I got that.
He had to get him from the Lords of Hell, who was I think Michael Douglas's brother in the Golden Child. We traded her for some chow mein and some pork fried rice.
That's a movie I watched a ton as a kid and never once as an adult.
You gotta rewatch it.
I don't want to.
It's not.
Because I watched The Distinguished Gentleman, and I go, "Oh, I don't like that movie."
Ooh, wow! I haven't seen that. I don't think I ever watched that one. Honestly,
never heard of it.
It did.
I don't think I ever saw that one. Yeah. Did you ever watch Innocent Blood yet?
No, the John.
You gotta watch Innocent Blood. Yeah, it's on. It's on. I think Amazon has it for free right now.
All right, so good. Lord of War. Okay, so eventually he marries the girl of his dreams, who's played by Bridget Moynihan, because he buys at a hotel. This is before he made all his money. He buys at a hotel, so only those two are there. He fucks her and knocks her up, and they have a baby who's played by the director's kid. So we got that going on. Meanwhile, he's doing his side business. At one point, she's like, "Clearly, you're not selling cars overseas. Just don't lie to me. I don't care what you do. Just don't lie to me," which is not true because she clearly cares what he does for a living for real.
Yeah.
Because she is the one that takes him down. It's blow. This movie's blow. It's just simple, plain blow. What else can I say about this movie?
It was just good. I mean,
it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it blows better.
I just like how it really made you feel shit. You know what I mean? Like you literally was like, fuck, like, this is like real life shit. Like this is the shit that they don't talk about. They don't teach you, we don't experience it. Thank goodness, because we have two big oceans and that separate us. You know what I'm saying?
The shit I care about is the stuff where he shows up at the he works in like Sierra Leone and also what the fuck is that starts with an L? I'm blinking on the name.
Lebanon.
No, not Lebanon.
Is it over there?
I don't remember anyway. He shows up and like some guy just took over the country and his son is driving around in a convertible shooting his machine gun in the air. And then what was it? Libya. Yeah, and that guy's taking over, and then he works with him a lot. And the whole time he's like staying in a hotel room there, and he meets the guy, the warlord. He's like, they call me a Lord of War, but it's really should be you. And he goes, it should be Warlord. He's like, I like my version better. So you got your title of the movie there.
Yep, Lord of War.
And then he goes back to his hotel room, and he's like, it must have been a joke because he puts the two ladies in the Dallas Cowboys uniform, these girls. And they're like, how can we make you feel better? And you hear voiceover with Cage going, in a population where the AIDS rate is like 70%, and there's no condom within 1,000 miles, I'm not doing it. He kicks him out of the room. He's like, you can get the fuck out of here. And he kicks him out.
I jerk
I
off.
love that part.
I can jerk off just fine, thank you.
Yeah. I'm not risking that shit. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a good point.
My dick does not come out of my pants in the country.
Were they wearing Were they wearing the Super Bowl champion Buffalo Bill shirts when they were kicked out of his room?
4 years running. Woo!
They are the best. They are the best football team in America.
I do remember that.
Buffalo Bills, they're the best. They always win.
Is that number one?
Who beat them? It was the Cowboys.
Giants.
Oh, everybody.
Giants.
Cowboys twice, I think.
Yeah. And Cowboys. It was Cowboys,
49ers.
Giants, Cowboys, Niners. Yeah.
Yeah, Niners, because Steve Montana.
Steve
It's Steve Young and Joe
Montana.
It was after Joe Montana.
Yeah.
So what happened with Aaron Rodgers? Did he leave or is he back in Green Bay?
He resigned.
He re-signed for like $500 billion.
He resigned and now he's there. So
yeah,
okay. So it was first year Giants and then Redskins. Wow. And
wow, really?
They won a full Super Bowl?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't
either.
Wow.
You mean the Washington D.C. football team?
Yes, but the next year after that were the 49ers. So we were close.
Mm.
We were off by one Redskins because obviously we don't associate them with greatness because obviously.
Yeah, like you would think Philly and the Redskins, since we're in the same goddamn division, it would be like a huge rivalry. It's not. We don't care. I mean, the Giants, we don't care. It's the Cowboys that we care about.
I do like that 3 out of the 4 teams in that division were represented, and Phillies are not on that list.
That's because the Eagles suck.
Because it's Giants, Redskins, Cowboys, all 3 in a row. No Phillies. No.
Go Eagles!
That's because the Eagles forever, their offensive strategy was running quarterback.
I still love that. That is 3 out of 4. Oh,
yeah.
Man. All right. So
the entire NFC East,
except
for us.
Anyway, Dick is very
this
quiet
man,
because the Raiders haven't won since the 80s.
This man.
Oh yeah. 83, mind you. We went to the Super Bowl. We just fucked up, and then they had a couple of chances. And they kept fucking up. So,
yeah,
there was a time there. If they would have had their dicks figured out, they could have won 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Hey, my team's been to the Super Bowl 4 times.
Yeah,
I've not won.
Yeah.
And this year, I'm going to guess 4 wins.
Well, who's your team?
Vikings.
Oh, they were actually good not too long ago.
Yeah, but now here we are. Everyone's hurt.
But then they were beat by the Eagles.
And then the Saints the year next. And then
the Eagles, didn't they beat the Patriots?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's a good win.
We went to 2 Super Bowls.
And then you got rid of your
beat us the first time, and we beat the shit out of them the second time.
And then you fired your quarterback.
good.
Because he
should have. He was a quarterback in the Super Bowl.
It's not like he won the quarterback or the Super Bowl for us. It was our backup.
He didn't pull a Joe Flacco and said he was an underrated player.
And then go to Colorado.
He's in Indianapolis.
Yeah,
Joe Flacco, who signed a $100 million contract with the Ravens because he said he was the most underappreciated man in football.
Is Flacco our quarterback now?
Probably.
No,
I think so. No, I think Flacco is
Joey Flaccido.
I'm pretty sure Flacco just signed with the Eagles.
Flaccido.
Oh God, maybe he did.
Yeah.
I know he did. Yeah, our starting quarterback is Joe fucking Flacco.
I'm the greatest quarterback in the history of the NFL. I'm top 5. I'm a top 5 quarterback in the history of the NFL.
Somehow Flacco's entire career was Delaware to Baltimore to Philly.
Flacco on his backo.
Yeah, another Simpsons reference. So Baltimore Ravens 10 years, Broncos 1 year, Jets 1 year. Now he's with the fucking Eagles.
Wow, That's crazy.
and he won't do shit because our offense is awful.
Wow.
Okay, Lord of War.
Okay,
Lord of Flacco.
Let's talk about Jared Leto.
No.
No, we need to, because I just did a secret episode without you guys. That was the Croods versus the Croods 2.
Is he in that?
No, Nick Cage's.
Yeah, Nick Cage's, yeah.
So I did those, and he's the father of the family. I like those movies. The second one is way fucking better. I would say, even if you're not into cartoons, watch the second Croods movie because it is genuinely funny. Him and Peter Dinklage have a ball.
Oh wow, okay.
I'd
watch it.
Yeah, they're both in it. The first one you can skip. The second one is fantastic. But I brought up Jared Leto on that show. I was just by myself. It's 13 minutes, that episode. Don't watch it. It's not worth it. Don't watch my stuff. I get it. But I brought up Jared Leto at the end. I go, I have a love-hate with him because I like the first 30 Seconds to Mars albums. The second 2 or 3 are fucking garbage. They're Jared Leto going, I'm fucking D. And he tries to sing. And Jared Leto in his early movie roles like Fight Club and Requiem for a Dream and stuff like that are good. And
who is Jared Leto?
Jared Leto is his brother in this movie.
Oh, okay.
He's the singer of 30 Seconds to Mars, the band.
I've heard of them. I've never heard
Jared Leto. He's in Dallas Buyers Club. He plays the transsexual. He was Joker in Suicide Squad for some fucking reason.
He won the Oscar playing a fictional character in a biopic. How funny is that?
Oh, The Thin Red Line? Oh, that movie pissed me off so bad, dude. I wanted to kill myself by the end of that movie. Oh my God.
Well, everybody's in The Thin Red Line.
Oh.
He's in Requiem for a Dream. He's in a bunch of shit.
Missy and I will still say to this day that was the experience we've ever had in a theater. Because because we're sitting there like, will this movie please end? I'm so tired of hearing this awful poetry.
Jim Caviezel going, war is hell.
No, but I guess Jim Caviezel was actually his role was cut down to what's in the movie. He actually was the star of the movie. And what's his name? Cut them all out.
I'm just saying, like, that movie was just like
Terrence Malick. Yeah.
All it was this Southern guy writing poetry to his wife.
Yes.
The entire.
When I hear the name Terrence Malick, I immediately fall asleep. Sorry.
Did you ever watch the Brad Pitt movie?
Tree of Life? No.
Yeah, Tree of Life. Oh,
I can't stay awake for that.
Watch it. Try to watch it. Whoa.
No.
The best part is when the DDT truck comes in and blows all the kids with the poison, and they're having fun.
The Babel.
Babel sucks. No, Babel is Inarritu. I hate Inarritu.
Anyway,
he made one good movie. It was beautiful.
So Jared Leto is a very complicated man. I think if I met Jared Leto around the time of this movie, before he got all this fame,
you stab him.
He would have been fine. I would have talked to him because he seems like a nice guy, like back then. The problem is, after he made all this fucking money and his band blew up, he became like I want to be Johnny Depp. I want to be weird, and I'm weird. Therefore, I am the weird guy. And you're like,
do you know that he's like a multi-billionaire because he invested in tech companies?
Great.
Like he's like insanely wealthy.
I wouldn't say he did that.
Good for him.
No, it's just weird that
most people who get rich,
insane.
They hire these.
I think that's what happened to him. He went crazy.
Fucking worked out for him. I don't care. It's just
Nick Cage, on the other hand, bought dinosaur eggs.
I love the fact in this movie that Nick Cage plays Nick Cage because at one point I became an art expert and I could afford art, and he buys a painting, but then you realize that's his wife. Because in real life, the reason Nick Cage owed all those taxes back around this movie was because he was buying art like crazy and not paying taxes on anything. So therefore, they took all his art, they took all his houses.
Just like poor Mel Gibson. I had to sell my paintings for you.
Yeah.
I should get a blowjob before we get into the fucking hot tub, you cunt.
I deserve it. I want to hear those clips again. Can we listen to that? Speaking of Lord of War,
dude,
listen to Mel Gibson's rants. I love them.
Oh my god, those phone calls were insane.
And they were all set up. She did it on purpose. She
Oh,
you
yeah.
never hear her side's re-recorded, and his side is totally live. And she said stuff to fucking egg him on, and we just don't know what it was.
Yeah. But don't you think, Frank, you just said you don't like when people's phone conversations get released without Baldwin. Here you are saying they're great.
Yeah, you hypocrite.
Yeah, but I mean, there is a barrier of like you shouldn't, and this is
a bit of a hypocrite here.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'll admit,
all molesting victims are like this.
If it was just a normal phone call, that's one thing. Yeah. But I mean, come on, dude. It was what?
3 fingers or 2?
I'll give you 3 fingers.
I'm just saying,
death punch.
It was so fucking insane. What
you want to wear that dress and you go out there showing your pussy around? You get raped by a pack of.
It was absolute gold when he screamed, "I should get blown before we get the hot tub." It's like. And this guy is losing his mind over the most.
By the rose garden. Why are you yelling at me, Mel? Why are you so mad at me, Mel? I was just trying to go pick a rose in the rose garden. I'll put you in a fucking rose garden. Like, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, you can't write that shit. All right, so let's focus on the movie. We're at 56 minutes and we've barely discussed the movie.
Well, okay, look, Lord of War is.
Let Frank talk.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I felt like I was cutting somebody off. I'm sorry.
You did, but cool.
No, I don't want to cut anybody off. Go
ahead.
I don't want to talk. All right, fine. Look, Lord of War is one of those movies where there's not much to really say about it because it's basically a movie. Like it's more of an experience type of a movie than how can I explain this?
Can I?
Go ahead, please.
Dick, are you still here?
He's muted.
No, he's muted, but I think he left. I need Dick here to make this comparison. So Frank,
did I cut him off?
No. Oh, okay, Dick. There. Did this move? And the problem is you guys haven't seen this movie in 10 years, both of you. So,
you gave me an hour notice, so it wasn't enough time.
Movie it's on the schedule. You're welcome anytime. So,
fair enough.
So, this movie reminds me of what is his fucking name? The guy that did Big Short.
Fuck. He did the Step Brothers too.
He works a lot with Judd Apatow.
With Will Ferrell. I works with
Adam McKay.
Adam McKay, yeah.
It reminds me of Adam McKay a bit. This movie's it reminded me of The Big Short, where it's like, this is how this works, and this is how I will not tell you when he lies. This is I'm not going to sugarcoat it and make myself look better. Here's this movie.
Yeah.
So you get at the end, it's like this is based on a true story. And I'm like,
it's a good movie compared to an awful movie, a follow up. Is Adam McKay's The Big Short is good.
Yeah.
Vice was it Vice is awful.
I haven't seen Vice.
It's so bad.
I don't want to watch Christian Bale doing that for 2 hours. He's
good, except the movie is just terrible.
That's how I felt about
so over
American
the top.
Hustle.
Yeah, it's like American Hustle bad. Yeah,
American Hustle I saw in the theater, and I was like, "Oh no, I don't buy any of this."
I hated that movie.
I don't buy what's her fucking name, Mrs. Aronofsky as a powerful woman. I don't buy
Jennifer Lawrence.
She looks like a child playing dress up. I don't buy that.
She does. Yeah.
I don't buy Christian Bale as like a curly haired Jew. I don't buy that. And then you got Bradley Cooper as a badass. I'm like, I don't buy that either. So
I'm fucking done with you professionally, man.
Yeah, none of this movie's adding up to what I believe. Yeah. So,
and then De Niro shows up for no reason.
Pacino, I thought.
No, De Niro, American Hustle. Remember, he's doing the ab scam.
No, I saw it in the theater. That's the last time I saw.
No, that was Pacino. No,
he's in. No, it's not Pacino because Robert De Niro's in it because he did Silver Linings Playbook.
That does make sense.
So that's why, the next movie with David O. Russell. I think Al Pacino might be in it too, but I just don't remember. You might be right. I just don't care. That movie sucks so bad. I hated that movie.
I'm looking through it right now.
And I guess David O. Russell does that. Like, he'll take a really good script and rewrite it and just ruin it.
You know what's crazy? Colleen Camp is on the front page of IMDb for American Hustle, but I don't see anything
She's
about.
dead?
No.
It's your big fat fuck face. But
neither one of them listed. Yeah, there's De Niro, way the fuck down there.
Yeah, it's like a cameo. He shows up during the ab scams. He's like an FBI agent or something like that.
How do you not list De Niro when he was in your movie? He's
well,
credited.
It's De Niro post Showtime. Who cares?
Anyway,
I stand by the fact that De Niro hasn't been good in 22 years.
I guess my problem is with this movie. I do love the movie, but the reason I gave it the score I gave it, which we'll talk about in a minute, is because it's missing a lot of that third act structure that you need, which is comeuppance or character relatability. It's missing elevation of a heightening. Sorry, I'm trying to describe this. A heightening of risk, because he eventually gets out of the game to appease his wife. And then he's like, I'm going straight. I'm going to deal with oil. And then he's like, one last game. The ambassador or whatever the fuck of that terrible country where he shows up with a machine gun everywhere shows up at his house. He's like, why the fuck are you guys here? He's like, we got one more job for you. It's very cliche. And he brings Jared Leto in to do it. Jared Leto fucks up the deal by throwing a grenade in the gun truck, blows it all up, and gets killed. He gets shot like 55 times. Unfortunately, the guy he paid, Nick Cage, left one bullet in his body and he gets arrested. And then he has that thing sorry, I keep opening this. It's distracting me. He has that conversation with Ethan Hawke, which is one of the best conversations in the movie, where he's like, you're going down for you're going to spend 10 years in court before you even see a jail where you're doing actual like time for your crimes. And he's like, here's what's going to happen. And they have that Ocean's 11 scene, which Ocean's 11 has warped my brain, where I love that stuff, where he's like, this is what's going to happen. Someone's going to knock on the door in a few minutes. And then you see that guy knocking, and then Ethan Hawke comes out in the hallway, and you have a conversation. You don't hear it.
He goes, what?
Yeah, he's like, he's going to say how good of a job you're doing, how you're protecting America, you're going to get a promotion. But he's going to say, you got to let me go within the hour. And then you see all that, but you don't hear it. And I love that stuff. Ocean's 11 did that perfectly. I really believe Ocean's 11 is a fantastic movie.
I agree. And not for nothing, I like 12 too.
12.
Well, you know who else? What other movie did that though? The same exact ending. That stupid Tom Cruise movie where he was a drug runner and he goes, "Here's what's going to happen.
You're
going to let me go."
America or something?
Yeah, American Made or something like that. Anyways, I want to buy all you a Cadillac. I'm going to get you guys all Cadillacs if you let me go right now. They all laugh at him. And he said, and then the government calls him and says, "Yeah, let him go." And I told you, take Cadillacs.
American Made, War Dogs. Will not watch.
Same movies. They're basically the same movies. But the American Made is American Made is such a lie, because the real guy was such a fucking scumbag. He was shot picking up garbage in his routine in his sentence, because that's what he was arrested in America, and Pablo Escobar killed him.
Yeah,
shot him up while he was picking up trash on the side of the road.
But yeah, I'm done with those kind of movies. I don't need to see them, because this movie really, they put the nail in the coffin. Like, I get it. Yada yada yada. I understand what's going on here.
Might is like morality of drug running or arms dealing, blah blah blah.
Like some movies are like they're, how can I put this? There's movies that will be entertaining, and they might say based off a true story, but it's they change it a lot to sugarcoat shit.
Roadhouse is based on a true story.
No.
Yeah, it's a true story. It's based on a true story.
Don't care.
Well, you know what it was though? What it's based off of?
No.
supposedly this town, basically, this has happened in other movies too. This is
Jasper, Texas.
based on a true story. This happens multiple times in different movies, action movies. Basically, the crux of the story is a bad guy's in the town making shit go down with people. The townspeople rise as one and blow him away, murder him in public, and everybody says, "I didn't see nothing." And that's it. That's all it is. That's what Roadhouse is based off of, because at the end, that's what happens to Brad Wesley. And they say based on a true story, which is like, what? How? That one part? Stupid.
Yeah.
You just described the plot of that anthology series beyond belief, where it's like, I overheard a conversation where that kind of happened, so therefore it's based on truth.
Are we watching one of those soon?
In a month or so?
Oh my God.
2 months? I don't know.
5 months away. No, you're wrong. We made it up. Lord of the War, you're wrong. We made it up.
Warlord.
You're a warlord.
I mean, there's not much more to say about this movie. This is one of those movies where they don't sugarcoat anything. It's raw.
It's got one. I think it's got one of the best openings of a movie in a long time. The opening's actually really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's solid. Yeah,
That's a nice opening. Yeah.
It draws you in right away, and you're like, okay, this is because it sets you up to be like, all right, this is how it's going to be. It's instead of it's surprising you like 15 minutes in.
Well, I remember the opening. I haven't seen the movie in forever, and I still remember the opening. So that's the only thing I really remember.
Well, if I could do like a yin to a yang, this movie just starts off, and he's like, "This, I'm going to tell you this story. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to make myself look better." And he's just a piece of shit the whole movie, justifying his actions along the way, and he's wrong all the way through, and he never acknowledges it. And that's kind of nice, because what do you expect from Hollywood is like, oh, I realized my mistake, and I'm not going to do that anymore. No, he just keeps fucking doing it.
Yep.
He has a point at the end where he's like, I realize that they need me today, the government, to take the fall for this. Tomorrow, they're going to throw me under the bus. I get it. And he says that. And then the yin to that yang would be, Fargo, which starts off going, this is based on a true story. And then you watch it and you're like, no, it's not. Come on.
Yeah.
Because that Lord of the War ends with, this is all based on actual events. At the very, very, very end. That's the last thing you see before credits. So it's kind of like, this was based on real events, but we're not going to tell you to the end because it seems ridiculous. But then you go, oh, fuck. Fargo starts off going, this is based on real events, and then it's crazy shit after that. And you're like, no, it wasn't. And then at the end, you find out it's fake.
She wouldn't stop shrieking.
Yeah. And then, and that's what you get.
How the fuck do you cut a car in half?
That's what you get. I love what's his fucking name? God damn it!
Was Sean Carroll Lynch in this movie?
I wish. John Carroll Lynch is a national treasure, if you ask me, more than Nick Cage.
He keeps popping up in the background of movies. They notice.
He
works all the time.
He's in a lot of my favorite stuff.
Yeah.
I got shot in the fucking face.
He's in so much stuff that when I hear the other day, I was driving back from what the fuck ever, and on the radio I heard Panama by Van Halen, and I was like, the only reason I know that song is because on the Drew Carey show he blasted it to annoy, or Mimi, his neighbor, blasted it to annoy Drew Carey, and Mimi was with John Carroll Lynch.
That's right. Yeah.
I was like, oh, John Carroll Lynch. That was my thought when I heard that song. Was John Carroll Lynch, national treasure.
He was fucking Mimi
on that show. Yeah,
I'm not fucking Mimi, and if I did, I certainly wouldn't tell you.
You know who John Carroll Lynch is?
No.
I figured as much. You'll know who he is, and you'll love him.
He's in a lot of stuff.
We watched him last week on American Horror Stories.
You didn't even know it was him.
John Carroll Lynch.
I thought it was Rip Torn.
Nothing.
He does look like Rip Torn.
Nothing.
Fargo, Zodiac.
What was he in Fargo?
Fuck you. That's what he was in Fargo. Fuck yourself. He plays Margie's husband.
I draw. I illustrate. I paint the duck paintings.
He's in Shutter Island. Welcome to Shutter Island.
That's right. Yeah.
Surrender your firearms. The severe Boston accent. All right, Frank's gone from the show. He'll never be back. All right.
John Carlin's Denier.
I'm like, who the fuck was he in Fargo? Oh,
John Carroll Lynch
he
Denier.
goes, No,
woman
let me
cop
make the breakfast,
fucking-
Margie.
the husband. Okay,
Gotta get a
I'll
breakfast
make
in
you
you,
some
Margie.
eggs, Margie.
Yeah, that guy.
Prowler needs a jump.
That's John Carroll Lynch.
Okay.
And, he plays Drew Carey's brother on Drew Carey Show. But that's where I first knew him from, and then Fargo, and then who the fuck knows? Fargo probably after that. But I love that guy. He's in my top 10.
He's in a lot of stuff. Yeah, he's great.
He's in a lot. Zodiac. He plays the Zodiac killer, essentially, and he denies it. But
Allegedly, yeah.
so much so that the daughter in real life of that character goes, "My dad was clearly the Zodiac killer." Like, if you look behind the scenes on that thing, she was like, "Yeah, he definitely was."
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not speculating.
I love how the honor farm that he goes to in Zodiac was the honor farm that literally was where I grew up for 25 years. It's down the road from where I live. So
Yeah, that's a very Northern California movie.
Yeah, I love it. It's so
because he has to
it's
go
so
down
wacky.
from.
Do you live
San
in Northern
Francisco to
California,
Modesto.
Dick?
Yeah,
What part?
Modesto.
well, right now Modesto. It's basically 90 miles to San Francisco.
90 miles.
North or south?
Yeah,
south of San Francisco.
East.
Really? East.
Southeast,
East.
probably.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you're above San Francisco?
No, I'm below San Francisco.
I was gonna say because we might as well be in Oregon, but then
Yeah, no, we're
It's
south. We're south.
Northeast.
We're
would be
literally
San
the
Francisco.
center of California.
Yeah.
so what do you like? San Jose?
No,
No,
San Jose is 90 minutes away.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Okay, so picture this: the very top of California. You got San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. Like,
No, it's we're the middle.
But you're
And then
going
Monterey.
south is Modesto, and then
Yeah.
south of that is Sacramento, and then way south of that is LA.
Yeah,
and
and
way
then-
below that is San Diego.
And,
Yeah.
and then look,
And then you got
when I was
Mexico.
18. No, see, when I was 18 and we graduated high school, right? July, so a month after we graduated high school, 3 of us went to California, and we started in San Francisco. We drove all the way down. We stopped at a lot of different places. We went to Tijuana for an hour, then turned around and waited 4 hours to get back into the country. And then we stopped at San Diego, and then we went back to Monterey, and then back to San Francisco to fly back here.
Oh, did you go to the
Cal-
Titty Twister
California is a very big state.
It's
in Mon-
humongous.
in Monterey?
Holy shit.
My favorite titty bar is the Titty Twister. You gotta
Apple
check it out.
pie pussy.
Yeah, they got apple pie pussy, man. It's fucking
Snap
awesome.
If you
in
can't find a better pussy, fuck it.
You can find a better pussy.
Is that what? Okay. Fuck it.
How do you find a better pussy you can't find? Come on,
Yeah,
Dick.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I have
You
to
can
watch
find a
that
better
movie
pussy
again.
anywhere. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Oh, geez, Aaron.
I'm going to be a Spy Kids movies for kids, but I'll do this first.
We'll ride off into the sunset.
Oh my god!
I mean, yeah, because like that one highway that's like fucking cloud level over the fucking ocean right there. Was it Highway 1 or something like that?
Yeah, Highway 1, but a big storm knocked out one of the 101 bridges, so it was closed for about 2 years. So you couldn't drive all the way down from the north to the south.
It was beautiful though.
Oh, it's nice stuff. We got nice stuff over here, but
Some say the. Oh, sorry.
So-
ran by the worst people.
But that's what I'm like, where are you? Like,
By millions.
trying to figure out.
Dipshits.
Oh, well, we're getting rid of them, so it's okay. We're gonna recall that asshole. Move on.
Some say we'll see Armageddon soon.
Is that from?
Certainly hope we will.
Is that The Rock? Was
No,
that-
it's cool.
Oh,
I sure could use a vacation from all these stupid shits.
thank you for all the fish.
That's
That's Perfect Circle.
that's Douglas Adams.
That's
And
Tool.
Douglas Adams.
You were just doing Tool.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, What's your scores on these movies?
Okay, so Lord of War, as flawed as it was, because we didn't even get into Jared Leto's character. He becomes a drug addict and keeps going in and out of rehab, bringing home hookers, and the whole time Nick Cage has to lie to his wife. I'm fast forwarding so we can get through this. So pause for a second, guys. Nick Cage's character eventually has a downfall because his wife tracks him when he goes clean. He does one last job, which is always the downfall of a heistman. It's always the downfall of a drug dealer or a guns dealer. Any dealer, do not do one last job.
Yeah.
But she follows him, finds this locker, which has all his secrets in it, which is like just basically a storage locker container that has like, here's all my secrets, wife. Throw this over to Interpol. They'll arrest me forever. But she finds it. She clearly tattles on him because Ethan Hawke's character says she does. And he gets out of prison because the government says, like, he's embarrassing. Let's get him out of there. And then he goes back to arms dealing after Jared Leto dies. That's a whole other thing I don't give a shit about. But the Jared Leto thing, I want to like Jared Leto, but everything Jared Leto does tells me I shouldn't. He's an annoying asshole who thinks being weird is a special ability. It's Hot Topic. You're Hot Topic, Jared Leto. Congratulations. You're a fabricated special. Great. Good job, buddy.
Hate that store.
That's what I feel about Jared Leto and American Horror Story. They're both the same fucking thing. They're Hot Topic, the show, Hot Topic, the person, Jared Leto. Fuck you. I think you were, at one point you were a decent person. At this point, though, can't get on board with you, bro. I want to, I just can't. Unless you prove otherwise, I just can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's never really done anything that makes me go, wow.
The first two 30 Seconds to Mars albums, the first one reminds me of a Perfect Circle's first album. It does. It's very similar.
Like I literally got to look it up and listen because I've been.
You didn't like him when he played the fat man who killed John Lennon.
Oh, I didn't bother watching it because he was so full of his own. He seems like a guy who shits in a bag and then smells it and goes, "Yeah,
that's mine.
That's fake
I made
fat."
That.
If it just, I just saw it and I was like, he's fake fat. He just got a big belly because he ate a lot of food.
Poop, and I'm smelling it now. It smells like Jared Leto.
I sent used condoms when I played the Joker to people because I'm weird.
Yeah, the Joker aside, because the Joker pisses me off.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
Embarrassing.
They said when that all came out, and then Jared Leto said, "No, actually, that never happened. None of that happened." He said it's what happened. Jared Leto said that, not the studio. So Jared Leto went back and lied, saying, "Yeah, I never said that." It's like, you're the one that started it.
Here's the problem with Jared Leto, if I could, for a second, guys. Sorry. He's a good musician. He can make good albums. The first two 30 Seconds to Mars albums, like I said, are good. But then people fed him so much bullshit that he goes, now I'm deep and I can sing and I'm doing it. And you're like, no. What you were doing before that was fine. Keep doing that. And he became an actor, like, and then he was doing great. And then suddenly people were like, he's an amazing actor. Let's give him an Academy Award. And he's like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck. I'm great. I'm amazing. And you're like, no. You were. Go back to where you were before. Get your fucking ego out of yourself and keep doing what you're doing.
How dare you talk bad about this man? I just wanted to be a counterpoint to it. I don't care.
He turned into Johnny Depp's coat rack. He turned into Johnny Depp's bracelet band or bracelet holder. I must have another bracelet. Bring me one. I just wanted to kill something beautiful. But here's the problem with him now. This is why I say I got an issue with him. He tries to look weird for weird's sake, but you're like,
yeah,
dude, you were doing fine before. Like, this is all pretend. I don't believe anything you're doing. He was legitimate, and then people gave him acknowledgement, and he goes, now I'll be legitimate. And he went so fake the other way. Holy shit, what is this picture? Oh, man.
Did you watch him in The Little Things?
What is this? I saw him in
awful movie that came out. This was terrible.
But I saw
so bad.
He sings just like Chino.
But I saw him in Mr. Nobody, and I was like, he's fine in this movie. The movie's okay. He's really good in it, but
Oh, the Odenkirk movie?
no, not Odenkirk. I don't think it's Odenkirk. It's like a space movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mr. Nobody.
no, Mr. No. I think it's called Mr. Nobody, but
Because Odenkirk just made a movie called Nobody, where he's a secret agent and he's playing.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that new one. I wanted to see
No,
that. I
this
didn't see that.
was. Let me look it up here. Oh man, that was a while ago. No, it was after this shit. Mr. Nobody. All right. Oh, it disappeared. All right. So let's look at this movie. We'll end on this because it's a decent movie. I gave it an 8. I really did enjoy it. It's like a space movie.
Oh wow!
Really?
Which I'm really Diane Kruger, Sarah Polly, Rhys Ifans, whatever his name is. But
No, Rhys Ifans.
yeah, you recognize him.
Yeah, he's good.
Juno Temple, for some fucking reason. But not a bad movie. It's on Netflix if you want to watch it. But okay, Lord of War.
Really good. Holy shit! I'm sorry.
You listen to 30 Seconds of Mars?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 albums are solid.
Yeah, the first album, the song Oblivion, is really fucking good.
Does it not remind you of Perfect Circle's first album?
No, it reminds me of Deftones.
That's fine, but he doesn't seem like absolute human garbage. But yeah, does it not remind you of? Keep listening, you'll hear like more like a Perfect Circle first album.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a good rock band. I mean, you know.
And the second album, he starts screaming a bit more. It's a little bit more like Hot Topic-ish, in which I'm not on board with, but also I agree, like, it's fine. The third album, he starts going, I believe in nothing. And you're like, oh, he realized he took the compliments way too hard. Where he's like, I need to sing. That's my problem with Jared Leto. I think he'd be awesome if he stopped listening to his bullshit, to people's bullshit about him. Nick Cage is solid in this movie. I gave this movie I don't have the scores here because Adam didn't put them on here. I gave it a 7. It's a solid movie.
Yeah.
Not amazing. Guys, Dick, what's your score?
7. I remember enjoying it, and I thought it was pretty good. I like Andrew Nicolai, or whatever his name is. He directed it. Yeah, I like his work. So
Frank?
I'm going to agree, 7.
Yeah, it's 2 guys I haven't seen it in a while. And then this is my first time watching it in a while, and there's a lot I didn't remember, but a lot I did. Most of it I did.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really simple movie. It's just way too long for what it is.
Yeah, like it was a bit too long, but I like the rawness of it. Like that's the I think that aspect of this movie, like, you know, like the story is simple, you know, because it's just easy to write since it's true. You know,
like look at the script below. Let's just do that.
Yeah, it's Blow, but with a Russian instead of a Boston guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, and instead of you know drugs, we'll do guns. I mean, yeah, it's just, you know, and then instead of going south, we'll go east.
The only reason I gave it a 7 instead of like an 8, 9, 10 is because of the lack of character motivation, the lack of feeling for the character. They didn't really they tried to have the wife character. And as annoying as Penelope Cruz is in Blow, at least I felt something about her and George's character. About how it's getting fucked up. I felt something. And this was so bland that I didn't give a shit if he got caught or not. When the time he got caught, he's like, oh, I'm not going to get caught for real. So it doesn't matter. I'm like, oh, then it's all deflated.
I think that's called the Bridget Moynihan effect.
Yeah,
it was about her.
Like
she's really just a blank. She's a blank thing. She's just blank.
Yeah, like Ethan Hawke's character might as well not have even existed because it like the entire movie, I did not. Yeah,
former Mrs. Tom Brady.
Ethan Hawke was?
Yeah, you know that.
I didn't know they were fucking.
Frank, I completely agree. Ethan Hawke's character, the amount they show him, don't even include him. Honestly, it doesn't matter. None of his scenes matter.
No.
There's a scene where he catches Cage after he gives away all the weapons in the back of a plane, and he gets caught and he sits there for 24 hours while the plane gets dismantled in the background, and that's way more exciting than anything that actually happens in the movie. And it's like,
and he's just like, I'll just get another plane. I mean,
I never felt the risk versus reward in the movie.
Exactly.
This is a whole reward.
I never once felt like there was going to be a part where he is going to get caught. Like there was no risk of what he was doing. Like I felt like what he was doing was just he was going to do it and he did it and that's it and whatever. Like there was no
where Ian Holm is kidnapped by the king of whatever, Libya, and he gets shot in the head by Cage, and then he's like, "Bang! Stop!" He tells him after he shoots him, but then, so they don't have a scene where the guy who's like his predecessor or his up in the chain of command gets caught, and you feel like the weight of the pressure that he's in, or the danger that he's in being in this career. You never really feel it.
No, because you instantly know it's there all the time. I mean, you're an arms dealer. I mean, the risk of what you're doing is insanely fucking like. If you don't realize that there is a lot of risk to what you're doing, and it could go south really fucking easily, and your life could be ended because of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew it going into the movie, so it was never really a thing.
But the problem is they don't spell it out. Like, I almost want that to be spelled out to me. They don't do anything with that. So you never feel he's in danger. One point, a guy points a gun at his head. He's like, the number one rule is don't get shot with your own merchandise. And then it's like over. And I'm like, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the movie, he coasts by because he's white. And then you just, that's all it is. It's a white guy getting by on being white in Africa. That's all the movie is, really.
Yeah, like I said, this movie is really, really fucking true.
Yeah.
It's accurate. It's just really accurate. Like, I don't know how to say. It's just raw. I like the rawness of it. That's what I like the most about it, is how raw it is.
And that's where we end our discussion, because we're done, right?
I think we said enough. I mean,
Nick, any parting words on this movie you haven't seen in 10 years?
Raw.
It's raw.
raw.
Let's get to our outros here. Let's Frank, your name is not going to be here because I made the credits hours beforehand.
I mean, I can go get a beard. I can draw a beard on myself.
Can you just like, in order to be your Jansen character, can you just like shit on our parade? Can you just find our happiness shit all over it?
To be honest with you guys, this movie sucked.
Can you change your name?
But you picked it.
I'll do it.
Jansen.
What, you changing my name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go ahead and Jansen, take over.
Okay. I just want to say to both of you guys, you might like it.
I love this movie.
Fuck this movie.
But I liked it.
Fuck it. Fuck this movie. Right in the ass. I didn't like it at all.
Jansen, come, like, what's wrong with the movie?
It sucked. Fuck this movie.
Why did it suck? Was it hot garbage? Do you think it was hot garbage, like always?
It's just fuck this movie.
But why?
Because fuck it.
I loved it.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No. But fuck this movie.
Oh.
Listen, I got some ribs.
Oh, hold on.
I'm cooking.
It's so real. It's so real. Oh, she has a doll. You know, the Jansen doll.
Yeah.
Jansen head. Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie.
My nose fell off, but I'm still angry.
It looks like Conan O'Brien let himself go.
Sorry, Jansen. Continue.
Fuck this movie. Fuck this movie.
Oh, that's scary.
Fuck this movie. Why? Because fuck this movie. And that's all I got to say.
All right. Jansen, I can't disagree, man. So you picked this movie, but you're still saying fuck it. So very confused why you picked it, but
He's what's called a paradox.
well, let's get out of here. Frank, since you're not in the closing credits, go ahead and say your plugs and your name.
My name is Frank.
Nobody cares. Fuck this movie.
Fuck this movie.
Oh, sorry, Frank. Sorry.
No, the Indy Sportscar podcast. IndyCar is basically the #1 racing series in the country now, and really happy about it. Fucking great racing. Just check it out. We had Will Power on. It was a great fucking interview for an hour.
I love the Black Eyed Peas.
Yep.
I was driving around and here in Phoenix on 97.9, they play. It's like a rock station. They play Sunday is NASCAR radio, where guy describes NASCAR to you while listening to the radio. And I'm sitting there and I went, I get why people are into motorsports, like motor racing. I get that. I do, Frank. But NASCAR, I do not get why you're into that shit.
I hate.
Fuck you.
I hate NASCAR, dude.
No, I agree. It's completely fucking boring and stupid.
It's awful.
It's so boring.
It's WWE with a fucking tire pressure.
It is.
I'm so sick of this.
I hate it.
Dick's right.
We call it the N-word on the show that you're not allowed to say it.
Indy Sportscar Radio. I agree with you, Frank. I just want to pitch your show a little bit more.
I'm just saying IndyCar is so much better.
I agree. It is so boring watching NASCAR.
NASCAR is the Jared Leto of motorsports.
It's the soccer of sports. Watch hockey instead. Holy shit, it's way more exciting.
Yeah, it's not real racing. It doesn't take any talent to do what they do. And when they are
endurance test, that's it.
Yeah. Like look, there's a series, a sports car series, the WEC over in Europe, right? And then you got IMSA here in the States, right? And they do endurance races like 24 hours of Le Mans over in Europe. There's like 4 or 5 other races around the world that are at least 12 hours to 24 hours long, right? So when they do that, all these teams have to hire 1 to 2 more drivers to fill up their roster because 2 guys, they can't drive that many hours, right? Yep. Right. So what I'm saying is they basically pick everybody from IndyCar, and there's not one single NASCAR driver that ever gets a seat in one of these cars.
Because fuck them.
Because they have no talent. No. They're not really drivers. They suck.
It reminds me of like video game tournaments or the tournament of like who could touch the car hood the longest. It's like one of those guys.
Yeah, it's like look, racing should not be exciting when it's a crash.
No.
And that's what NASCAR is. People watch it for the crashes.
Oh, and Jesus Christ, are we still talking about this?
Let's get out of here.
Yeah, fuck NASCAR.
Oh, fuck. Here comes Wonderland authorities coming around. Again, I don't have any control on when they play.
Citizens of Wonderland, rejoice in the fact that we have covered another movie on the show. Go to liwstudios.com for more videos and podcasts. Subscribe to Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. Search on Amazon for books by Richard Pierce. Until next time, and in the meantime, we are Phoenix West, Dick Dickett and Jansen Carlin. So long, citizens. All hail our glorious leader. Shut off the fucking show now.
What did that say?
Yeah.
You're never supposed to